Hi and welcome to another match analysis with me, Coach Micah. Today we're going to look at a point by two 3.5 players that I think is very similar to a lot of points that I see when I coach 3.5 players, and I just want to point out a few things. So let's see what is happening. So good exchange of ground strokes. And here's the first thing that I would like to see a little differently. So this is Z in the background. What I would have liked for him is, because he has both of his feet inside the baseline, and you see that the previous ball, the ball that he's getting, is very, very short. I would like for him to continue to net. Just go down the line, sorry, not cross court, go down the line and put pressure on John here. This is John. So instead what he's doing is he's hitting this ball and then recovers back to the baseline, and he does get away with that actually because John is not exploiting this whole area here, especially as a lefty. If you just roll this ball into the open space, you got Z running like a crazy person. So to me, that's a little bit of a missed opportunity by Z. Let's see what the rest of the point does. So then we have good, deep balls. Nobody really has an opportunity to do much because both are at the baseline until we get to this point. And here, John, to my mind, has an opportunity. He does it. Has an opportunity to come in because the ball lands fairly short. And he does a good job attacking it with his feet. So at contact point here, he's got both feet inside the baseline and his body weight moves forward. And he comes in, which is great. And then something happens that I see quite a lot. You worked so hard for this entire point, and then you're just getting a little hectic when it comes to the execution of the so-called easy ball. So there's two things that I would like to see a little differently here. So the number one is, ideally, you would want a more distinct split step, because the split step is the base from which you push off of. The ball that's incoming is not necessarily the hardest, so it's kind of just sitting there, and you have to create your own energy, your own power, basically. And you try to do that, John tries to do that, by really swinging hard at the ball. So to my mind, from the split step on, again, this is where you want your split step in both feet in the air, because as you're coming down on the court, your brain has already made the decision and seen what that ball is going to be like. You want this base to really drive through and move forward with your feet. And to my mind, it would have probably been perfectly enough to use this ball, come in a little bit more. I would like to have you up here because that allows you to open more angles and just carve that ball off right to about here. Right? So that's the one thing. You just got a little greedy there, little bit more patience. I was always trained to finish the point in 3 shots. So if I hit a winner with the approach shot, that's great. If it doesn't happen, maybe I hit a winner with my first volley. I'm still trained to say that this is a transition volley. And I think especially at this level, you got to work the point just a little longer. So if you're not putting this away, if you do, great. But you use this ball to really, really pull your opponent out. And then you get the easy knockoff ball. So just a little bit more patient and more footwork driving through is what's going to win you the point.